The following game has been rated E10+, which is short for everyone aged 10 and up by the ESRB for fantasy violence, and online interactions are not rated by the ESRB. So basically fantasy violence. That means anyone under the age of 10 should not be watching this video. You have been warned.
Greetings and salutations. I am Outlier, and I bid you welcome to this channel. Joining me today is, of course, my usual co-hosts, Snowball and Wolf. And today we're returning back to Minecraft. That's not exactly accurate. Well, I guess you could technically craft a mine if that is what you wanted to do in the game. No, mine, not mime. What game were you thinking of? Okay. So the premise of Minecraft is somewhat open-ended. Depending upon the game settings that you choose, you're basically dropped into what is effectively an open-world sandbox world. Sandbox does not necessarily mean that the entire land is covered in sand, because you can do anything in a sandbox. From people being able to do anything in an actual sandbox. Well, yes, you can if you build it out of sand. I think we're getting a little off topic right now. So anyway, as I was saying, you're thrown into the sandbox world, and you basically, depending upon the game mode that you've selected, can take apart the landscape and use whatever resources you find and collect to build whatever you want. There is arguably a story, I guess. There's certainly an endgame boss to fight if you actually bother to desire to go and track him down and then fight him. I never have, and probably don't ever plan on doing so, unless I have a valid reason to do so, and / or it's an easy win, because this game, when you get taken out, you lose everything you're carrying, and I carry quite a bit of things I don't want to lose. But I digress. This game is, of course, made by... Thank you again. Now, that being said, let us begin.
Okay, and here we are. As you notice, this is the quarry where I use... Well, not where I use. That I use to harvest stone to build what will eventually be passing for my house. That is... I would say you can't see from the bamboo, but it hasn't actually spawned in yet. Nimbus, City Above the Clouds. This little slab of... Okay, so it's not really little, but it's a slab of stone brick that I've been building up above the clouds. Well, yes, it does look different because for once I actually bothered to get around to working on some things in this game in between episodes.
Right before I started filming is technically between episodes. Again.
Anywhere else want to spawn in? No? Okay, good. So I've gotten a few shipments of stone up there. I want to say I'm rather close to getting complete. I'm fairly certain that one more shipment of 8 stacks of 64 units of stone brick, and I should be, if not done, at least the base slab, then pretty close to it. In fact, they're cooking right now. And I also have more charcoal cooking for right here. Because, as I said, I've been mining stone. Also, I moved the dog indoors, or at least what passes for indoors. I realized while playing in between episodes that it's been a while and it's probably been rained on a couple times. You should never leave your pets outside in inclement weather. At least that's what I've been told. I don't actually have any pets. They all died. But we're not here to talk about me. We're here to talk about the fact that there's floating wood just sitting there. Alright, so now all the pillars are, well, at ground floor again. And I should probably line them with torches so that way there's light down here so things don't spawn again. But I don't have enough charcoal. It's currently in the process of cooking. I'd say it might be a while, but it's almost 3/4 done. And then I would need sticks, but I have sticks. I do have some torches, but I've done this sort of thing before, and I know 57 torches is not going to be enough, especially considering I technically don't even have this level finished. I go through a lot of torches. I like having the areas be bright. That way I can see what's going on. Speaking of brightness, the night sun is coming up.
That's what some people call the moon. I'm sure someone somewhere does. And if not, maybe they should.
Alright, so before I started filming, I was trying to figure out what exactly I wanted to do. I mean, I could continue mining and building Nimbus, but I figured no one wants to, well, Nimbus City Above the Clouds. I actually forgot that for a quick minute. Second unit of time. Anyway. Oh look, the stone is actually finishing cooking. Goody. So I could work on that. But as I was saying, I figured people, once again, probably would not be interested in just watching me walk around in a square as I slowly fill in the slab. Although I do fast forward everything, so who knows. But I figured I might try a little bit more exploring again. Now, I have gone south. Just gotta orient myself. Gone slightly west and south 2 episodes ago. Went north and somewhat west. Last episode, it came from the east. I can already see what's above me. I want to know what's underneath. Well, you get lower by digging down. And it's both easy and dangerous to do. Easy in that all you really got to do is dig, and dangerous in that there's a reason why rule number 3, 4, 15 of Minecraft is don't dig down. And I actually don't have any ladders, do I? I was going to say I don't have any ladders, do I? But they're already in inventory. And speaking of torches, they're done. As is all of these. Get back to them later. What was I going to do?
Yep. What Banky said.
Make some torches, make plenty of torches. Part of me thinks maybe I should actually make more ladders. Where are ladders in here? Oh, there we are. Yeah, it's just sticks. Here we go. So the remaining sticks I don't need in there. Make a tool. Now, I am definitely going to be digging downwards, so I should probably, at the risk of injury, I should avoid taking anything I don't actually need. Yeah. I said what I wanted to say. I should avoid taking anything I don't need. Which would be all the wood, plank blocks. Couldn't think what they were for a minute. I do that a lot, apparently. No, forget things. Seems like more important something is, the greater chance I have of forgetting it. Very weird. Oh well. I'm just going to put torches around these things because I now have hopefully enough torches, and if I don't hopefully have enough torches, I'll have hopefully close enough torches. Or, I could just not pay attention and fall off. Really need to build fencing. Really need to build fencing. Okay, I know a random torch went somewhere. Ah. Fine. That one was intentional. Not quite certain why I'm putting torches in the middle like this, but, I have the space and it keeps it even. And who knows, it might actually be some benefit to having that much light. Of course, I'm actually not seeing the torches on the inside for any of the other pillars, so maybe I skipped them. Maybe I was just running low on torches at the time, so I didn't bother with it. I don't actually remember, it was some time ago. But I know in the past I've lined the insides of the columns as well, so I shall line them this time. Unless I really need torches. And oh look, it's raining. Thankfully it doesn't put out the torches. That would be annoying. But you have to rebuild all the torches to begin with. Case in point, I'm down to my last stack, and I still have 2 central columns, well, corner areas I have to light up. Because I say that as I'm putting torches on the middle area. Why do I have a feeling it's raining? It's not. It's nighttime again. Well, because don't let the wall right here fool you. This side will eventually be the outside of the column area. Oh look, there's a creeper in here. A whole bunch of other things. Up we go. And we turn night into day. I swear those zombies were wearing something. Probably armor. The jungle tree hasn't sprouted yet. Alright, and the creeper's still down there because unlike the zombies, they don't burn up in sunlight. So we have to walk far away for it to auto-despawn. Hopefully this is far enough away because all I'm doing is just jumping off of this thing. That's a drown down there. I mean, the jungle tree may not be growing, but the bamboo certainly has. I want to know what this dirt block is doing here. No, I don't think I do. Plus side, I don't see the creeper anymore, so I guess we're good. For now, anyway. Alright, so much for having plenty of torches. Alright, so I mean, I could reposition the torches that I just salvaged on the pillars again, but as I said, I wanted to go downwards to see what's beneath quarry and see if there's any interesting material I can just grab right now. me just put these chunks of rotting flesh away. Let's start digging. Now, Let's Get Digging is a different game. So they always say never dig straight down, but I'm one of those crazy people who actually does. You just have to be somewhat smart about it. Basically, just make certain you're not digging directly beneath you. Case in point. Also, you can also crouch partway on the ladder and stop automatically descending. For some reason, these last couple of blocks took a little bit extra effort to break. Thought maybe they were silverfish eggs, so that's why I got up relatively fast. But so far I haven't seen any silverfish, so who knows. I'm kind of curious as to exactly how far down I am, but I lost the map I originally started with, so who knows. Maybe it's taking longer just simply because I'm crouched. Makes about as much sense as anything else I'm doing. So in theory, one of two things is going to happen. One, I'm going to dig into something interesting. Two, I'm going to hit bedrock. Three, I dig into gravel supporting the ladders, and they all come apart. And here we've dug into something interesting. Specifically a chasm. This cavern dead ends, so just because it doesn't sound nice doesn't necessarily mean that it isn't nice. Side note, free coal. I wouldn't say free, I do have to dig it out. But probably never would have found this coal down here, or this soon to not be naturally spawning cavern without digging down the way I did. I mean, I probably would have found it. I am still technically directly underneath where my quarry would be. So if I'm being perfectly honest with myself, you know, if I were to... Can't I jump up here? Thank you. If I were to have kept digging down for more stone and more stone and more stone, I would have eventually dug into this place anyway. So. But that is one of both the interesting pieces and the hazards of doing this. You find things no mortal person was ever meant to see. Because they were buried beneath ground by the game. I don't know if it's bright enough here to make monsters not spawn in here, but it looks bright enough, but I can never tell with these things. So 1, 2, 3, 4 is the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4 floor. Okay. Just marking off so that way I know where to put in the floor if and when quarry ever gets this deep. I mean, how many floors have I dug so far? Well, what would eventually be floors? Oh, look, it is actually nighttime. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm technically working on 7. I gotta be honest, I was kind of hoping for something a little bit more interesting than this. But we haven't hit the bottom yet, so there might be something down here. Other than, gravel. We hope if I use the tool for actual digging. And found something interesting. Just going to block that off for right now. Because that's lava. I hope my torch didn't break apart. Okay, that ended that torch. Of course, that's why I brought a bucket of water along. Now, I know for a fact that I'm not going to be able to harvest this obsidian without a diamond pickaxe. But I don't have any spare buckets with me right now, so it's not like I can actually harvest the lava itself. I wish I could. Plenty of things I could use lava for. Well, I'm digging out this lava lake to A, see how big it is, and B, because there's usually interesting things down where the lava spawns. And while I could, use the water block that I brought with me to turn the lava into obsidian so that way I have an easier time of walking around, it would make harvesting the lava that much harder when I ever actually got around to doing it. Speaking of interesting things, I found me some redstone. Unfortunately, in order to truly harvest the redstone, I need an iron pickaxe, which I neglected to bring with me. Also, here's some coal. It's one way to get rid of some gravel blocks. Works with sand, too. Basically, put a torch down on it. Well, you dig whatever underneath whatever stack of gravity-enabled blocks you want. You put a torch one block underneath, technically 2 blocks underneath where you want, because if you just dug directly underneath of it, it would fall down. And then as it falls into the torch, and the game gives the torch priority, so it just turns everything into a drop. I read that in a book. Still, it's handy, especially when you're trying to mass harvest things like sand. Or, in this case, in fact, I want the coal and I don't feel like digging each individual thing of gravel out. Let's say this is definitely a lot of gravel. Case in point. It's making a nice tall cavern-like area, so I don't know if things will spawn up there and then fall down. Of course, if they do, they'll probably take drop damage, so who knows. Alright, well that was fruitful, to an extent. See, I ended up with an entire stack of coal and multiple stacks of gravel. Still, I consider it worth it. So what else is down here? It's only one large lava lake. We'll say that. Be very careful not to fall in. It would become very annoying. And now the lava lake actually opens up. Goody. It's different over there. Oh, there's actually water down here. Try not to cut into the coal. And I can make my own cobblestone. Making coal is slightly difficult. One could argue not actually possible unless you mod the game in some way. So I don't want to mine the coal, discover that there's actually lava underneath of it, and end up losing the coal. Whereas now I should probably be careful because A, there's water over here, and B, this area is much bigger than it used to be, which means no lava for light, and I'm actually out of, I almost said pitchforks. Pickaxes. Yeah, this is definitely big. Definitely hearing something. Definitely hearing several somethings. Come on. There we go. Just gonna wall this off real quick. So that way I know nothing can come in. I would say without my knowledge or say so, but you know, just so that way nothing really spawns in that area. And I should not be running this close to the lava with so little wiggle room. And up we go. And it's now daylight, so we've spent, well, yeah, we've spent at least a night and a day, because I'm fairly certain I looked up at one point in time and it was nighttime. Now it's daytime. I think the sun passed noon. Of course, now if I could just remember what level I need to be on to actually get out. So I didn't dig down that way, did I? No, I didn't. She do have an entire bucket of lava. Forgot about that. I would say that I'm hesitant to actually use the spruce planks for sticks, as I'm building floors with the spruce, but I should point out I used to be in the middle of a spruce forest, or at least at the outer edge of one. I've been clear cutting it for resources, but I do have spruce trees. Growing over here, so I can always get more spruce. Forgot what I was going to say for a quick minute. There we are. As I always say, one of these days I'm going to organize where everything goes, but for right now, let's just dump it wherever. Now I need the dirt. Probably top off on dirt, actually. Just remembered, I do need to make more, not pitchforks, pickaxes. I'll make 6. I'll probably run through them all anyway. And one thing that I almost forgot to do as the sun is actually setting, I did pick up some iron. What I can do, make an iron pickaxe. I would say let's get back down there and start keep digging before things spawn, but we can just easily turn night into day and continue on when it's safer out. I mean, the lava pit, as far as I know, is not actually going to go anywhere. As far as I know. I do like going down and just watching everything pass by. I mean, it's cool looking once the area gets opened up, but, you know, I'll take what I can get. Meantime, just making certain that the lava isn't over in this area. Last thing I want is something as special and useful as redstone to burn up in lava. It does not look like it, at least not over here. So if we stand not in the deepest part of this hole I just dug, we switch to the iron pickaxe. And that's what I was afraid of. Which I don't know if I mine these two things of redstone, will there be more lava? And there is. Stop. Thank you. Alright, so I'm clearly going to have to leave these two things of redstone behind. Maybe I can get away with this one. Yep. But not these two. Alright, an almost full stack of redstone will have to do. If and when I ever start harvesting lava, I'll be able to clear out this area. Of course, I'm going to have to remember that there's lava behind these 2 points, so... Next time I'm down, I'm thinking, oh look, spare redstone. Dig it out. No, lava! And then I burn to death. Least unpleasant and unhappy way. I should say most unpleasant and unhappy way, I guess. That would make much more sense. And that's what I was trying to avoid. I never picked up the dirt bag. Alright, so what's around this side then? Again, I should not be running like that. Especially now that I have over an entire stack of redstone. In fact, part of me just wants to head straight back up, plop the redstone in the, a box. Grab the dirt I forgot to collect, and then continue on from there. So what do I need? Now, I miss when it would actually be able to tell me what exactly. Huh. It can actually tell me what exactly I need. What's this? But that's an end crystal. And so where do they keep the maps? Probably not in... They actually have a target block now. Interesting. And chain. Make things off chains now. Alright, so an empty map just needs paper, and an empty locator map needs a compass and paper. Compass requires redstone and 4 things of iron, of which I actually have 5. And now that I have redstone, all I need is paper, and to get paper, all I need is sugarcane. And look, what's this? Sugarcane. Now look around. Go away, I just want to collect the sugarcane and I'll be gone. It's like these zombies crave human flesh or something. Oh look, a dolphin. What, you don't want to fight anymore? Fine, we'll take it out on your terrain. What did he drop? Oh goody, a gold ingot. That's unexpected. Speaking of another thing that I really want, now that I've redstone, is a clock. And clocks, as far as I know, require 4 gold ingots and some redstone. I remember where they put the clock. There it is. Yeah, 4 things of gold ingots and some redstone. Meantime, just turn all of that into paper. Even have an even amount of paper, too. Grab nice spare but small amount of iron. Grab the redstone. I mean, compass would be helpful, but it doesn't really point north. It just points towards where my respawn point is, I believe. We do that. We do this. Put all my spare stuff away. Alright, and now we can see where everything is. Why do I have a feeling, I was hoping the locator map would actually have the coordinates. I guess it doesn't. I guess it just shows my location. Also could have sworn it would be more zoomed out than it is. Alright, well, it won't tell me how high I actually am. I don't need it with me then. But it can still be useful, I guess. And the sun's setting again. I can only sleep at night, so it's not nighttime yet. And now it's nighttime. Up we go. So did I remember to pack everything that I wanted this time? There, so that way I'm no longer fighting against the water in this area. And it may or may, and so that way it doesn't accidentally push me back into the lava. Which means I can now get this redstone. I'd say this coal, but the water may directly be behind that. Of course, it is water and not lava, so. Okay. I said, did I end up putting the dirt block where the water is? But no, it's directly right in front of it. So. Okay, so now big question is this stone? There's a lava cut forth deeper into this way. Alright, so I'm just going to dig around this lake of lava just to see A, how big it is, and B, if there's anything interesting nearby. Mostly to see how big it is. Because I don't know if I'm deep enough to actually find diamonds yet. This was hoping the map would tell me, but it didn't list coordinates, so I don't actually know. Of course, there could also be diamonds underneath the lava. Could be like a couple blocks right above where the diamonds are supposed to spawn. And since the lava is, well, right in front of me, or no, between me and the diamonds, I would never know. Of course, there's more redstone right at the edge of the lava. Alright, leave this block here for now, because the only other option I have is to basically pour water over the lava turning into obsidian, and I try not to do that even with even once I get a diamond pickaxe, because diamonds are hard to find, and I don't like wasting hard to find resources on things that I don't actually need to waste them on. So, you know, if I can get this lava out as lava, and then do whatever put it wherever I want, and then turn it into obsidian, that's what I would choose to do, normally. I mean, that area over there is obsidian because the water naturally spawned over there to begin with. Whereas the area that I did turn into obsidian was right underneath the ladder, and it was either that or I couldn't walk on the area. That was a risk. Just sitting on the edge of the stone right above the lava, hoping I managed to catch the coal. So we just keep digging around and around and around. That one fish who always wanted to just keep swimming. Yes, I've seen movies. You say we should be looping back around somewhere. All those times I'm digging underground in a square pattern, I think I've gone too far, and then like one more block and I break into where I've already been, and suddenly it goes from dark to light. Alright, and here we are back at the ladder. So I'll clear out this area so I have an easier time of looking at the entire lake. I know it's technically wasting stone, but I can actually make stone using lava and water. So I'm not too worried about losing cobblestone blocks. But this is the size of the lava lake. I should also point out that this lake could actually be longer and wider and deeper than it appears. I have seen in other files, I have seen it where the procedural generator had spawned, you know, what looked like a rather large lava river, and as I was removing it block by block by block by block to make something, because I needed a large amount of lava to make a large amount of obsidian, and rather than just harvesting, you know, turning the lava into obsidian and then harvesting it there, I would take the lava, pour it down where I wanted it to go, and then turn it into obsidian there. Fun fact, it's one way to make a nether gate without actually using a diamond pickaxe. I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, but as I was digging out that river, it got deeper, and then it actually rose back up into another chasm, so it was quite larger than I thought it would actually be. So, this was an interesting find. I quite enjoyed finding it. There's actually lava under there. So, this is as far down as we can go for now. Oh look, it's nighttime. So, once I managed to get more of everything, more iron, and you know, to make more buckets and a purpose for that large amount of lava, I may actually, well, not may, I probably will come back here and start harvesting it. And as I harvest it, or I can just simply dig out a large pit, harvest the lava that's down here, pour that lava into a pit, which I use as a storage facility, so that way I don't need 1,000 buckets to hold all the lava. And then I can see what's down here, and if I manage to dig out directly underneath the where I am at, I could keep going down further. I mean, technically, another thing that I could do is, if I am at the edge of the lava, what I could do is just mine out all this gravel. Okay, so, not at the edge of the lava, and as I said... Okay, bye. The lava lake can be bigger than it originally appears. So this is either a second lava lake, or, well, technical lava pond, or as you go down deeper, we can discover that it actually connects, the two actually connect to each other. I mean, that's all gravel, so I don't imagine that there's lava directly underneath the gravel, otherwise it would slide down. See, there's probably more lava under here as well. If I'm being honest with myself. So definitely not digging further down as of right now. Of course, now we hope nothing spawned in the quarry. On the plus side, if I get taken out right here, I'm close to my respawn point, so it should be a moot point. That's a fox. So what's moving off in the distance? Of course, now that I'm here and I do have quite a few torches, what I can do is just keep lighting this area up. Oh look, there's a zombie. He wants to have a hug. I wish to not have him have a hug. And, he may or may not have fallen to his death. Don't know if it's actually deep enough yet to do that. Plus, I really gotta put in fencing. I gotta really have to put in more lighting, too. And that one spawned directly at the bottom. And there is a trader down in my quarry. Well, he's stuck there until the end of time. Or, well, until at least he naturally despawns, because I am not going to dig him out. And speaking of zombies, there you are. There you were. There you were. One of these days I'm going to get around to just finish building this area so that way it's all nice and enclosed. So that we can keep working regardless of what time of day it is. Of course, then I would probably end up having way too much stuff on my plate. Because I have to finish Nimbus, City Above the Clouds. I have to finish the quarry. I have to dig out an entire river of lava now. And I think I actually have torches on everywhere on the outside of these pillars. Except for the active level of the quarry. Anybody down here? Anybody down here other than the trader? No? Okay, good. I mean, there is more iron in the quarry. I got plenty of spots like right here that are partially dug out that are iron blocks. And I will get to them eventually. It's just for a lot of the advanced stuff that I build, I need things like redstone and iron and, well, technically gold to a certain extent. I know when I ever get around to not wanting to worry about digging into something in a quarry, I'll just build a stone factory and use that for my stone. But that requires a large amount of redstone, lava, a whole bunch of iron. Alright, so now we'll see if anything spawns. Well, I was going to say now we see if anything spawns in here now, but I missed a few pillars. On the plus side, dawn is approaching. Come on. Go where I want to put you. Excuse me. I said excuse me. To put torches here, try not to burn. They are technically flammable because they are supposed to be torches, and all a torch is a wooden stick that's on fire. Usually something on the fiery end to make it not burn the stick for, well, quickly. Oh look, a little zombie. You wanna come down here, little zombie, so we can have a nice talk about you trespassing? Good talk. Anyway, now all the outside areas of the pillars, I should say, are lined with torches, so hopefully things will stop spawning down in here, and if they do, well then I just line the insides. But hopefully this is enough and I can actually save on torches. Because I burned through 1 3/4 of a stacks of coal just to build enough torches to line what I have. And down by the lava area as well. That is not where I store the rotting meat. This is where I store the rotting meats. As well as several other things, apparently. I really gotta organize this. Of course, I say that every time I go digging through these chests. And every time I think, oh, I'll just do this later. And I don't do this later. Of course, also automating all the furnaces. Oh, look, there's a creeper in the water. That creeper is no longer in the water. Let's get him back into the water. Come on, you exploding former pig. Back this way. Know you want to say hi. Okay, that was a bad plan. What I wanted to do was have him explode in the water. And he was close enough to actually start his ignition process. But close enough to the shore that I found sometimes if I'm careful / lucky enough, while in the water I can actually hit him, he rebounds, I hit him again, and it's enough to actually kill him while in water. But if I'm unlucky enough, like what you just saw, he jumps back onto the shore, but he's still close enough that his detonator is active, and then he explodes. taking out a chunk of the shoreline, as you very well see. So then I have to either deal with this crater in the area that I'm working in and around, or I have to fill it back in. Which is technically what I did, and the bamboo is getting surprisingly tall. I figured it'd be like the spruce trees where they don't get all that tall. At least not as tall as the wild. Of course, I say that, and the spruce trees are... I want to say spruce trees are tall, but, I mean, not as tall as, like, say, that one, or, you know, the ones over there. Of course, I think the ones over there are actually oak. But I think they are getting taller the longer I leave them there. Don't know if more oak's sprouting, though. Maybe. I think there's fewer saplings on this side than there used to be. I would say I just have to notice while editing this video, but if I'm being honest with myself, I'll probably forget and / or not pay attention. Anyway, back to doing what I was doing. Because none one of these episodes outside of the first couple would be complete without me working on Nimbus, at least in some way, shape, or form. I have to remember to plant that sugarcane. Or replant that sugarcane, I should say. Put it in the inventory tool area, so that way I don't forget it, and I probably will actually forget it. Meantime, we just simply go around and around and around and around and around. So what do I have a thing of 32 stone bricks in the toolbar? Because I split a stack without realizing it. Huh. That's kind of cool looking. So I actually have 6 extra full stacks of stone bricks I did not need. Well, the hole in the center is important. It's going to be where I put what's known as the keystone, which is basically just an obsidian block. So my plan is to... I didn't have it with me because I did kind of figure we'd get to the end point right now, but I figured it would be after all the stone bricks are done. But I basically put a lava thing right here and then pour water over to turn it into obsidian. Plan was, if I ever built this in a spot where I'm actually having to deal with actual physical real life other people playing this game with me, and they decide to go to town and destroy all of this, unless they have a diamond pickaxe, the block of obsidian they wouldn't be able to destroy, and I could just rebuild off of that. Of course, given the sheer amount of time, and materials and effort it's taken just to get this far, If anybody managed to destroy all of this, I probably wouldn't bother rebuilding, or... I mean, I probably would, because I'm that level crazy, but... On the plus side, didn't forget about the sugarcane. You go right there. And the sun's setting again, isn't it? Yes, it is. Yeah, I know I have a bucket of lava in here somewhere. There we are. Just make tomorrow and today real quick. Of course, I'm not paying attention. It could just run straight into the hole and fall back down through it. But we put the lava right here. Now, I should point out that... A, this is my only bucket of lava right now, but we did just find a river/lake of it, so it's a moot point. And B, as you probably have guessed, there's nothing underneath of it, so this lava is just going to keep pouring down and down and down and down. Which is actually something that I actually want. I mean, it'll get there eventually. Eventually, it will get there. I should probably actually get up out of the water. But I have a whole plan for the lava. It's going to hit the water, turn the water into stone, and then I can have like this lattice effect area underneath Nimbus City above the clouds for artistic purposes and to build the endpoints for the water elevators, which would be the proper way of getting up to Nimbus City above the clouds. Because this dirt ladder, once I get the proper entry and exit points built, is fully temporary and will be taken apart as soon as I get another way up there. You're like a little thing of snot that just does not want to get out of the nose.
Yes, I know that's a poor example, but it's the first thing that came to mind. I'm weird like that.
Now I could probably turn the obsidian and the lava into obsidian before it hit the water, but I don't know if this entire river of lava will disappear first or not. So I want to be absolutely certain it hit ground, well, what is now ground, and hopefully there wasn't any sea life in those water blocks as they turned. Otherwise, oops. At which point, we put the water right next to it, turn it into obsidian, pick up the water so that way it doesn't just start leaking everywhere. Not that that really matters. Then we leap off. Yeah, see, there it is. And we have some stone. So once the slowly dwindling pillar of lava dissipates, we'll have some stone underneath Nimbus City above the clouds, sitting in the middle of the water, that we can A, build off of, and B, build onto. Alright, so the mundane part of construction for right now is done. And now it looks like a pizza pan as opposed to a basketball hoop. But now we can continue building around it and further construction. So next episode should be interesting. I'm sorry, I just want to watch this lava dissipate. Anyway, as I was saying, next episode should be interesting. But that's going to be another issue for another time because I'm going to call it here.
Everybody stay safe from the plague and have a good day.